Peace. You're locked in with your boys for another episode of the Black Ball Sports Podcast. Friday, December the 26th. We hope everybody had a happy holidays and a Merry Christmas. Sam, man, what's up with you?
What's going on, brother? Happy holidays to you and the family, obviously over there, man. And happy holidays to everyone out there that's going to check this podcast out, whether you watch it live or on the back end. Salute to y'all, man. Feeling good. Obviously, yesterday we had a game. It didn't ruin my Christmas as bad as I thought it would, but I'm sure we'll get into it.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, the season's pretty much over with.
It ain't pretty much. That shit done.
Yeah, it's done, man. Your boy Josh Johnson was looking like Jaden out there yesterday. What?
Other than the fact that he doesn't know how to throw with any type of touch whatsoever. It's just straight bean balls. But you know what? He went out there and he kept us in the game. And he made it an entertaining game to where it wasn't looking like a shit show on Christmas. It looked bad at the start. I thought we were gonna get blown out in the beginning, man, but we got our shit together a little bit. At least we made it interesting. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, because it's like, damn, I get what they was trying to do with the games yesterday.
Yeah.
But you never know who's going to be in, what the team record's going to be. And now you see, like, they kind of like, those were shitty games on, man, yesterday.
I only watched our game. I'm not going to lie to you. I turned on movies for the rest of the day. I didn't care about that Minnesota-Detroit game. I don't even know who won the KC-Denver game. Last I looked, KC was up, but I don't even know who won this shit. Who won that?
Me either. I don't know. And Netflix is kind of garbage. They production is kind of,
I don't like it.
It's not garbage, but it's not the same. It's like, first, I need a theme song for one.
Mm-hmm.
You got to come up with a dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Like all the stations got their theme. Yep. At least come up with that to get us ready. I ain't like it.
And what I didn't like is them cutting in the middle of the game to have interviews with former players. Like, of course, I wanted to hear from Clint Portis. That was dope. And Emmitt Smith on there running his mouth. But I didn't like. It's not. Don't do too much. Football's enough.
Right.
Football is enough. Just make sure the football production is on point. And you got a winner, man. And I think they try to do too much. So I'm cool. Just give me my Sunday ball, my Saturday ball. I'm good with it, man.
Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, let's get into the game, man. It's not much, I guess, you could probably take from it, but just to build on last year. But let's get into your thoughts.
All right. What I'm going to take from it is I like what some of the first and second year players showed, right? I like Johnny Newton finally came out and showed us that he has a pulse. You know what I mean? Had 2.5 sacks, maybe 3 sacks. He showed he had a pulse. Will that continue? We'll see, but he showed he had a pulse. Jacory Krosky-Merritt obviously did his thing in the rushing game yesterday. It frustrates me because I think the kid has something. Do I think we need another running back? Yes, I do. But I also like the fact that he can go out there and be a good change of pace back. He's starting to kind of read his blocking a lot better. And he's looked like he's improved this year. Had another game where he hit 100 yards. I think he hit 95 or something I don't know what he did last week, but it's happened. I don't think he did 95, maybe 95 the week before, but whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
He's starting to show that he could be a building block for the future. And it is what it is. I mean, Josh Johnson was a quarterback. I thought he would throw up on himself way worse than he did. He had Terry wide. If he hits Terry on that ball in a slant at the 3-yard line, we probably either go into overtime or possibly even win that game. I'll say that there were opportunities to win a game against a bad Dallas team as well if we had any type of complement of players, but we didn't. It's been our story of our entire season. And I mean, it is what it is. I think from top to bottom, we need to really kind of have a reality check from the coaching staff down. And we'll see what happens next year. But at the end of the day, I did like what some of the young players showed. And that's really what I'm looking at. It's nothing really much more to take from these games other than, all right, what are my first-year players? What are my second-year players looking like moving into the future, man? So I'm glad we're not talking about a 45-13 loss or something like that. And as pathetic as it is for a fan to talk about how we lost, I'm at that point, bro. I'm glad that we at least lost by 7 or 8 and made it respectable given what we put on the field.
Yeah, and Dak, he didn't play good yesterday.
Played horrible.
He played actually horrible. That's why I said people were so quick to crown him, but he's not that consistent, bro.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? And it was guys running like wide open, and he just was missing people.
Yep.
You know, taking sacks and shit.
Yep.
You know, so it was almost like Jared Goff yesterday.
I didn't even see that game.
He played horrible.
Wow.
Horrible yesterday. I mean, the Vikings beat him. It was a graphic. They show like all the teams that were like the Chiefs, the Commanders, the Ravens, the Lions, I think even the Vikings, like all these teams that were predicted to go to the Super Bowl.
None of them made it.
None of them made it to the playoffs. That's how the NFL, it's like success is one thing, but sustained success is different.
Yeah.
You see teams like Buffalo, and I can't even say the Ravens or whatever because they've been around for this has been like one little year they've been down. But like obviously the Eagles, even like the Niners, they keep coming back. But it's hard to continue to go back and to think that you're gonna get back to the NFC Championship or even division round because it's never gonna be the same team in the same circumstances. So it's always very, very tough. That's why I always said it'd be hard for us to win the Super Bowl again, and I still stand on that. It's just tough. It's tough.
What I'm realizing is this year, and it even stretched to last year. You have to have a good team with a good quarterback. You got to have a little bit of luck with you. I mean, look at New England this year. This year. They're falling into teams that maybe aren't as good, right? I'm not saying they're not playing bad ball. They're playing great ball. And who gives a damn who you play if your record indicates that you were one of the teams getting into playoffs and getting in the dance? Who gives a damn who you play in the regular season? Just sitting there set up for a first or second round or first or second tier bye or first or second tier in the playoffs in the AFC. And you looked at, I forgot who they played the Ravens. And they play a good team. They're playing good ball, but then Lamar goes out, right? Yeah. Not to say that they're not playing good ball, but you got to have a little bit of a combination of both. Health falls into play. So there's a lot of factors that go into this season. But at the end of the day, as a GM, you got to make sure that you build your core up and you have a coaching staff strong enough to be able to weather any kind of storm. And that's what we're seeing out in with the 49ers right now. You know what I mean? They're just being able to weather storms. They're not the best team. They're not the greatest team, but they put together good offensive defense and they go out there and they're winning games. Same thing for Baltimore for the most part outside of this year. So it's you got to have skill and you have to have the combination of luck. And those teams that are there, like you guys, the Bills, the Chiefs, other than this year, they put together a nucleus. It's like it don't matter who you get on the field, you got a chance because of who's running the show. So I think this is where we got to go. We hit lightning in a bottle last year. We tried to strike. And I think that if we didn't get hit with such rash injuries, I don't think people would be so critical on Adam Peters and what he did last year. But because we're sitting here at 4-12 right now, the questions are there, and it's warranted. I'm not mad at him. You know what I mean? We suck this year, so injuries or not, gotta produce like some of these teams are doing.
Yeah, and it takes man a few years to build rosters.
Right.
No roster was built in a year or two.
Right.
Regardless of the success of a team, you know what I mean? It's year after year. If you go back, it's draft picks in 2021 in Detroit.
Yep.
It's draft picks in 2022 in Philly.
Yep.
That's paying dividends now. So it takes time, Yep. So we'll see what happens. I mean, we got to get through this year first. We'll see what happens next year. It's going to be probably more teams because this is what the NFL kind of wants. It's designed this way.
Yeah.
It's designed, obviously, you're giving the worst teams the best picks. So at some point, your team is going to flash. Mm-hmm. Are they going to be able to sustain it? Are they going to be able to actually win it? That's another story. But look at New England. They've been in the cellar for a lot of years. Mm-hmm. Now all of a sudden they back. They got their quarterback. So, we'll see, man. But about to moving on to the playoffs. Two more games for most teams because you already played y'all game. And Debo, he showed some flashes yesterday. But I don't know. If I was you, I wouldn't bring him back. I would want to go younger and more explosive, but that's just me,
Yeah. And we'll see. Yeah. We'll see what's out there. I can't wait to see what's out there. And I said this last week, and I'm kind of on the same with Debo. Whether we get him back or not, I'm cool either way. I'd rather not have to pay him wide receiver 1 or 2 money. Like if he's asking for $19 million a year, brother, with all due respect, kick rocks. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to get younger. If you're trying to give us an $11-12 million deal to stay in Washington because you like what you saw and stuff, all right, cool. I'll bring you back for $11-12 million. But $11-12 million player gets put in his proper position. That's not a number 2 wide receiver. That's not a number 3 wide receiver. That is a weapon. Utilize him as such. So I'm kind of on the fence. Like if he's asking for money, nah, go ahead, bro. Go find that money somewhere else. If you're trying to give us a discount, then cool. If you ask me, who's going to give anybody a discount? That brother going to be looking to get paid. So I don't see him in a Washington uniform next year.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's gut time. Like you got to gut a lot of that roster. Mm-hmm. And if you may have to go down for a year or two, got to get faster. So he got his work cut out. We'll see how that transpires in the off season. Let's other games we had yesterday. The Lions, they're done, which is a little crazy because they were more healthier this year. But it just goes to show you that every year teams are getting better. Last year they were damn near juggernaut.
Right.
But this year they just average and they can't seem to get out of their own way. A lot of people think it's the play calling with Dan Campbell. I'm not sure, but he said it, I think, a couple years ago. I think when they lost to someone, he was like, you may not ever get this opportunity again. You may not. That's why I said even last year, we get into this position, man, we got to seize the deal.
Yeah.
We got to, I'm glad, good thing we closed the deal. So it's hard enough getting to the fucking playoffs. You got to get it done. That's why the number one seed is like so prized, because you're going to be home.
Yep.
You know, and you're going to get the lowest remaining seed. So you got a real good chance if you got the number one seed of going to the Super Bowl. So right now, Seattle, I don't think it's going to stay that way. I think the Rams will probably end up taking that number one seed. But, you know, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. So
yeah, it's going to be a roll of the dice, too, on both sides. I don't think we've ever seen a year in our adult lives, and maybe in our child life, I don't really remember that deep back, to where we had such parity going into the playoffs where you have no idea who's going to win. Like, if you look at the NFC right now and think, okay, who's the hottest teams in NFC? It's Seattle and Chicago. Does anybody think either one of them teams are getting to the Super Bowl? I don't. You know what I mean? But you never know. In the AFC, who's the hottest teams in the AFC right now? It's New England. I don't think any other team is hotter than New England. Do anybody realistically think they're going to get to the Super Bowl outside of New England area? I don't. You know what I mean? But you never know. You never know this year, man. And then one injury, because we've seen injuries have plagued this season.
Yeah.
One injury in the playoffs at one prime position, it could change everything, man. So I'm curious, man. My team is not in it, but I'm going to be my eyes are going to be on it. So I'm like, damn, who's going to pull this shit out? Who's going to pull it out? We'll see.
Yeah, we got to find out who won that Denver game last night. I think Denver probably
won. Denver won 20-13.
Wow.
So they snuck, they gutted out a tough one. They looked like they got it looked like it was tied up into the fourth quarter, and they got a touchdown to go ahead and pull them ahead. So yeah, they won 20-13.
Wow. Okay. Little tight division game.
Against I mean, they played a third string quarterback with that defense. I mean, they only gave up 13 points, but that offense needs to start showing up if they're going to do something.
That's like the AFC. It's hard, man, because what quarterback has experience in the AFC, if you really think about it? Playoff experience. None of them.
Playoff? Probably CJ Stroud got the most, and he ain't got much.
It ain't much, but if I had to lean on, I don't know, man. Woo! It's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy. But right now, I know the Eagles, we got the Rams the first round. I don't like that matchup in the first round.
Yikes.
You know, but we got them. I think that's probably going to change, though, because of their schedule. They're probably going to win the next two. So, yeah, even the 49ers is playing well, you know, but we shall see. Let's move on to the Eagles and Bills. I think this game right here, even though I don't think the Bills are as great as people are making them out to be, you're playing in Buffalo. You know, I think this is right here is a precursor. Like, you got to be able to win this game for the Eagles because this is like playoff atmosphere. You're going to be going on the road in the playoffs, maybe not the first week. You're probably going to be going somewhere like Seattle, maybe Chicago in the playoffs, hostile environments, cold.
Yep.
So this is the perfect, like, get ready game, you know, to see where we're really at. So I'm looking forward to this game to see, you know, we can continue to right the ship. And, you know, I feel good about it, but you never know because Buffalo needs this game. Yeah. Need this shit.
Yeah, Buffalo needs it for playoff positioning. They also needed it going into the playoffs because it's a big year for Josh Allen. It's a big year for Josh Allen. He don't got the curse of Mahomes in his way. He don't got the curse of Lamar in his way.
Right.
I mean, he was he was a MVP last year. Everybody wants to crown him as the best quarterback. He's damn sure the best quarterback in the AFC right now going into the playoffs. We talked about the most experience. It's Josh Allen in the playoffs when it comes to Buffalo. So all the pressure's on him, man. And I don't know if that defense is going to be able to hold up to get him where he has to go. But if they don't, it's going to be on him. So I look at this game, and although it's not a must-win for you guys, it's a good litmus test. Like you said, it's an important game to see where you guys are at going into the playoffs, going in against some real heavy competition in the AFC. I mean, they're not as good as they've been in the past, but that is a heavy piece of competition in the AFC. So I don't know who's going to win because I don't know who's going to show up. It's been two teams that have been great, but two teams that have been very inconsistent. And you don't know who you're going to see week to week. But yeah, it's going to be a good one. What time is that? 1 o'clock?
4.
Okay, cool.
That's pretty much time. Yeah, I think the key is going to be obviously stopping the run for us.
Yeah.
And stopping Josh Allen from making big plays running. You know, you're going to give up some plays to him. That's what it is. But they got the number one rushing attack in the NFL.
Yeah.
think they average like 150. So this is probably a game where you're going to go 5 down linemen, at some point. If they start getting, and make them pass the ball. They don't have great receivers. They got decent tight ends, so that's where the game could be won for them. I think I'm going to start seeing the Eagles consistently score maybe 28 points a game going into the playoffs. I feel like we can get to 24. We're gonna be able to win probably most games with our defense.
Yeah.
Sort of like last year. So again, that's the key. If they start running the ball over the place, like Chicago did, which was like only one game, then it could be tough for us. But Josh Allen is Josh Allen. He's a big boy.
Yeah.
You gotta get him to the ground. You gotta be disciplined with the rushes. It can't be the shit where you running. I hate that shit. When people run past, people put their hand out and shit, and the quarterback just runs up the field. I'm like, God damn it. So you got to be disciplined. We getting Carter back. I love that this week because he can really cause havoc in the middle, and no better way to pressure a quarterback than up the middle.
Yeah,
that's because when you come edge, they can step up in the pocket and take off. But up the middle, where the fuck you going?
Right.
You know what I mean? But he gonna make his plays. Like this, Josh Allen is like Lamar, Patty. You got to try to minimize him. He gonna make a couple like oh shit plays.
Yeah.
So obviously us getting the running game going. They don't have a good running game. Defensive running game, keeping Saquon going, mixing Tank Bigsby in. Jalen Hurts got to continue to keep hitting his back foot and letting that ball come out, and then I think that makes us dangerous. If we get this offense going, I think that makes us the most dangerous team in the NFC. If we can get it consistent, other than that, if we start sputtering again and, periods where we're not scoring points, we can win games like that, but I'll prefer not to. But hey, any means necessary at this point. Any means necessary.
Yeah, and it looks like the NFC is the stronger conference right now. You know what I mean? Like that's a tougher road to the Super, in my opinion, than the AFC.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's some good offenses, but it also is complemented with some pretty good defense. Seattle got a decent defense when it wants to. The Rams got a good. I'm talking about good front 5 defensive linemen that can get after the quarterback. There's some good ones in the NFC, so I think it is important that you guys kind of right the ship offensively. And this is a good week to do it because, like I said, Buffalo's defense isn't a killer defense. It's damn sure not the best defense in the AFC. It's some better defenses out there, but this is a good week to kind of right the ship. Let's see if y'all can get that running game going. See if Jalen can kind of stay on track. Now, let me ask you, what's your gut tell you? Because I know that you're looking at it realistically. So what's your gut telling you? You think it's going to get back on track after last week, or
you
have to struggle?
I think it will, because I think it was just a good, regardless of the opponent. I think the way it looked, because Jalen could be playing against the sorriest team, and sometimes be holding the ball,
right?
So it's like just get it going again, get it going. And I like the way the offensive court is now calling the plays. I'm not totally convinced, but I like the way he's mixing it up. It's not as predictable. They're doing things a little bit different. The quarterback runs and whatnot, and Saquon and Bigsby, which is a change of pace. They're putting AJ in the slot now, which they really never did. They always kept him at the X. So we're mixing things up a little bit, which I'm starting to love, man. So I think they're gonna come to play. Again. That's my gut. I think when it gets closer to the playoffs, they start elevating their level of play. A lot of people were saying, it's gonna be 2023 again. It didn't happen. It could have, because in the NFL, don't matter who the fuck you playing. We seen that a couple years ago. We lost to the Cardinals. We lost to the Giants. It depends on how you play. So my gut feeling is telling me we're going to come out the ball. It's going to be another a classic game like it was a couple years ago. And Buffalo's going to give us everything they got. This is like a playoff game. They got to win this game. And we don't necessarily have to, but we do for confidence and position ourselves to play some of these NFC East juggernauts in the next coming weeks. So yeah. You still there? Oh, you muted.
Oh yeah. My bad. I said, yeah, I agree. Yep, I agree 100%.
Yeah. So that's I don't know. I haven't looked into all the seedings and what could happen with this. Most likely we're locked in at number 3. We could get number 2, which I would like to get, because that I think assures you 2 games. The first 2 games at home, I think, maybe possibly. The wild card and division games will be at home. I don't see a lot of teams coming to Philly and winning. The only team I think that probably could do that is maybe the Rams. Even the Bears, they did beat us in Philly early in the year, but Jalen Carter was hurt. And then they're not going to run the football on us like that again. I think Vic is going to make the adjustments. They're going to make Caleb beat us. Now, if he can beat us, more power to him. But that'll be the game plan. Once we get there, it's going to make Caleb beat you with his arm. That will be the plan. We're not going to let him run the football again like that, you know. And if he does it, that's a legacy game for him. Because not a lot of quarterbacks come into Philly, as you know, the Commanders scene, San Francisco scene, Stafford, all these. It's hard. That's a hard place to come in January, you know, and win. It's just tough, you know, with the wind, the crowd, the pressure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, definitely.
I'm looking at the seedings right now. Who has the South?
It's still up for grabs. Carolina or Tampa for the last week is going to decide it, I think.
Jesus Christ. All right, so they got y'all at 3 right now, 10-5. The Bears are 11-4. So y'all would have to what? Y'all would have to win 2 to get on top of them, right? They would have to lose 2. Because if they tie y'all, they want a tiebreaker. All right. So they play They play Frisco this week. That's gonna be a good game.
Yep.
They play Frisco this week, and then Seattle has Carolina. That's also a very important game for Carolina.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, it looks right now, unless something crazy happens, it looks like you guys will have a 3 seed, but also the defending Super Bowl champion. So I don't feel as though you guys have the DNA to be able to walk into anybody's stadium in the playoffs and win. And then, like you said, it's going to be hard to go into Philly with that crowd and that atmosphere to go in there and take a game from you guys. So it's just going to be crazy. I'm sitting here looking like, where is the South's representative? And they don't have it yet. That's crazy.
It's probably going to be, not Tampa, Panthers.
Yeah, it's looking like the Panthers. Who they got? Oh, shit. But they got Seattle this week.
Ooh.
And Tampa has Miami.
Oh boy!
So this is probably gonna go down to the last week. That shit right there.
Yeah, and I think the Panthers are a dangerous team.
I would rather see Tampa in the playoffs than Carolina if I was anybody in the NFC for sure.
Yeah, especially the way it depends on how a team is playing and
right.
Yeah, we gotta get our shit together, Philly. We can't be losing in the first round, man. Anything like lower than the NFC Championship appearance to me is a failure. You got to get back to the NFC Championship game. You know what I mean, this year. And it's not going to be easy. You know, we're going to have to come to play football this year because teams is ready. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. And any fan base or any fans of Philadelphia, which it looks like it's nothing but fans of Philadelphia in here. Y'all add to this as well. You said that if you guys lose in the first round, that's a disappointing to y'all. But what does that mean? Because you're just coming off a Super Bowl title, right? You didn't lose many pieces. The year is just what it is. Like, it's not guaranteed to go to the Super Bowl every year. So where do you go? Where do you stand mentally if you guys lose in the first round? Is it like, all right, we got to retool, or is it all right, it was just one of them years, let's bring back this? Like, how would you feel given you just won the Super Bowl last year? If you were to lose in the first round, like, what would your mindset be?
I feel like it'll just be reset, try to come back next year.
Yeah.
You know, because we gotta. And we actually did lose a lot, you know, on defense. Maybe not offense. We lost a lot of players, and we did a decent job of putting people back. Not every position, you know. So I think that was a good thing that we did. So I think we're built though, and the way these other teams are playing, that's why I say like we can beat these guys. We have a lot more talent than these other teams. We got better coaching. We got better quarterback. Better wide receivers, better defense than a lot of these teams. So we should be able to beat them. Don't mean you're going to beat them.
Yeah.
That's why I say anything less than NFC Championship game. But I just feel like if we do lose, let's say the first round, we're going to go. I don't know what's going to happen with AJ, you know, but we're going to retool. We're going to get this thing right back on the road next year and be expected to be a contender again because we got a big contract. Jalen Phillips, I think we'll bring him back. Nakobe Dean up in the air, but he's not even due this year, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's next year. Moro Jomo's not due. DeJean's not due. Mitchell's not due. You know, everybody, and we got to sign Jordan Davis. You know, possibly too, to a decent contract. So I think we right back at it. Our defense is looking promising. Maybe get a cornerback in the draft. Maybe another safety if we don't bring back Blankenship. And the offense will be like, you know, are we going to draft some offensive line because guys are getting old, beat up. There, if AJ leaves, what are we going to do there? But you know, I just felt I want to keep AJ, man. I really do. I hope he doesn't leave. The writing may be on the wall. I think we'll know more when the season is over, but I don't think it's like set 100% that he's out of here. No, yet. I think it's going to depend on a lot of factors, So yeah, I think we are in position to continue to compete for the next few years. I think, man.
Do you think and I agree with you. Do you think one of those factors in AJ leaving is where you guys exit in the playoffs? Like if you were to make it to the NFC Championship and lose, or make it to the Super Bowl and lose, as opposed to first round exit, do you think that matters in AJ staying or leaving?
I think it's a Super Bowl win, he's back, guaranteed.
Okay.
Another Super Bowl win, he's back. You know what I'm saying? For real, like 100%. That's what I've been hearing. But it's like if we do move off of him, I think we're going to replenish quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we're going to just like rely on who we have. I think we're going to replenish with a great receiver. I don't know who, I don't know what, because one thing about Howie, he's trying to win Super Bowls. Straight like that. Like, he's just trying to win Super Bowls. You know what I mean? And if we got to take a year, he said this year is going to be different. He said it. He said, we can't bring all these people back.
Yeah.
There's too many contracts. But drafting, man, you got to draft. You draft good. It should be a guy to fill in that position. Like when we lost Milton Williams, Moro Jomo came in.
Right.
So you got to be ready, man. But I think it's looking, the secondary is looking pretty decent. I like the outlook of the team, man. But AJ is, I think, he's a dog, bro. Yeah. He's a fucking dog. You don't want to just let him go. Like, if they're going to let him go, the conversation got to be lovely. If the winger, you want to come in, you got to give us Gonzalez or something. I don't know. The conversation going to have to be lovely. Not saying they would do that.
Right.
But I don't want like a 4th round pick for him, some bullshit like that. Bro. Fuck that. Or a 3rd round pick and be happy. Nah.
AJ Browns don't grow on trees. And if we look at the prototype of what wide receivers are, it's vastly changing, right? Right. That need for that big, strong, fast wide receiver, we see that there's really nothing above that. But when you look at it, those big, strong wide receivers are starting to get less and less and less. And these small, fast, shifty wide receivers are starting to really kind of take over. But nothing can replace a big, strong, fast wide receiver. That's why they're special. And then when you look at how y'all got them, who the hell thought y'all were going to trade with Tennessee in the middle of the draft and grab an AJ Brown? Who thought that was going to happen, right? So,
and they thought that Treylon Burks, remember, the Titans thought Treylon Burks would be the next AJ Brown.
Lord Jesus.
Even though he ain't horrible,
nah,
he ain't AJ Brown. You know what I mean?
Nah, not at all.
Yeah.
They put some unrealistic expectations on the kid. They drafted him way too high. Shame on him to Tennessee, and then they didn't develop the dude. But yeah, that was just a mistake. You shoot and you miss. And another thing, like, what people have to realize, what you guys in drafting, how we may not hit 7 for 7 in drafts. He may not hit 5 for 5. He may not hit 4 for 4. But if he gets 2 All-Pros every damn year, it's going to help your team win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't got to go 100% in the draft, but the ones you hit on, you got to hit on. And he do.
Do you regret trading, like getting Cooper DeJean?
Nope.
Yeah, come on, man. That's bullshit, bro.
No, I don't.
Him in that secondary, he's a beast.
Not me personally, man. I like Mikey, and I think that they just, I don't know. You ask me this next year. Ask me this next year. But right now, nah, I'm still cool with it. Do I wish that we would have got more talent for what we drafted him for? Because we got a nice little low. We had 3 second-round picks off of that joint. And right now we got Ben Sinnott, who's nice. You know what I mean? We got McCaffrey, who's okay. Like, if you ask me that, like, if it was straight up Mikey for Cooper, I'd be okay with it. Not to say that Cooper's not playing better than Mikey this year. I'm not saying I think Cooper's playing better than Mikey this year, but I like that. But the fact that we got 2 additional second-round picks for that trade and they're not panning out, that's where I get the issue at. You know what I'm saying? So
Mikey's not horrible.
Nah.
I think he's still a slot corner.
Me too.
I don't think he's an outside guy, but DeJean is probably the best slot corner.
Going into that, I'm not gonna lie to you. When we had that draft pick coming up, I wanted Cooper right there. I knew who the kid was. I wanted him. Then we traded and we got Mikey. So I was like, all right, I know who Mikey is. Clearly, I'm a Michigan fan. I seen what he did in the national championship. I was like, all right, bet I'll take Mikey. I like that. I thought that was a one-off, you know what I mean? And then I was like, all right, we got 2 additional draft picks. Let's see what we can do with it. I wasn't really a big fan of the Luke McCaffrey pick. I didn't really know who the hell he was. And Ben Sinnott, I had to learn who he was, and I was excited in the beginning. But now let's see what he turns into. He doesn't look like he's going to be a Kittle or Kelsey, but if he can beat somebody that could be complimentary, cool. But right now, I think it's too early between the Mikey and Cooper conversation. But Cooper's a dog. I'm not taking that away from him. He's a dog, bro.
Yeah. And I think he fits perfectly into. Maybe he didn't play. Maybe he wouldn't play like that with y'all. Different schemes. Who knows?
Yeah.
I use them different.
Yeah.
The way they use him in Philly, I think is that's a different type of white boy, man.
The boy's nice. He's athletic as fuck. He's athletic. The boy's nice.
Yeah.
And I agree with that comment right there. Mike is good, but DeGene is like another linebacker on the second level, and the commander second level guys can't cover anybody. Agreed.
And he can tackle too. He's probably the best tackle on the team, Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I know it's a tough year for y'all. You can really brag about this year.
No, it's tough. Like I said, I'm looking at young talent. Like, okay, people, and I'm gonna talk about our fan base for a second. People give so much criticism to Mikey, right? Oh, he's this, he's that, he's not. Who has the most turnovers on our team right now?
Nah, he's the best player on the defense.
It's Mikey. Who's the one going after the ball? Who's the one aggressively tackling? Who's the one who had his nose? Yep. It's fucking Mikey. So no. And then you look at, all right, so yesterday, who's the Dallas's Blazer? Who's their Blazer? Turbin. Devontae Turbin. They throw a 70-yard bomb to him, and you see Mikey chasing him, right? So you automatically assume that was Mikey's man. That was Mikey's fault. No, Mikey broke off to his man to try to fucking chase the dude because he's seen him going. That was Quan Martin, our safety's fault. That was the safety's cover. Yeah. He's not blown off the ball because he's flat-footed, staring into the ball, and just looking around all out of space, all out of like a little kid and shit, and then he gets blown right by. So that wasn't Mikey's fault, but Mikey will take the blame for that because Mikey seen it, what was going on, and then rushed over there. I'll give you another example of what Mikey did bad last week against help me out. Devontae at the goal line. You're playing outside leverage, but you let him get off the ball, cut your ass up, and get that outside leverage as opposed to jump. These are little things that Mikey still has to develop and learn, but I think he's going to be okay because he's one of the biggest ball hawks on our team. So let's just give him some time to develop. And I'm not talking about the Eagle. I'm talking about us. Give him time to develop. Give him time to grow because the dude is a dog, man. We got to put him in the right positions and give some help around him. We need some safety help because our safeties are dumbasses.
Yeah, that one play, I'm like, yo, the guy's running past you. That's obviously your responsibility. If not, motherfucker, make it your responsibility. Nobody's behind you. He's running past you. You got to run with him.
What are you doing? You sitting there flat-footed like you a goddamn linebacker, and he just goes, whoop.
Yeah.
It was over.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, I know the end of the season probably can't come fast enough for y'all, man.
Bro, I can't wait.
You got 1 week. I was looking at the schedule, though. The NFL tried to kind of screw us a little bit.
What you mean?
If y'all would have been good, they gave y'all 10 fucking days. Y'all would have had a nice little fucking rest coming into that last game. Fuck you, NFL. I seen that. I'm like, hold on. They would have played Thursday and had all this rest.
Yep.
Come in. Damn.
Yep.
They tried to really serve us on that one, but it's cool. They didn't work out like that.
Damn sure didn't. Y'all won't play starters, and we don't have any starters to play. I think I seen a graphic yesterday that made me throw up. Out of the 90-man rosters that NFL teams are supposed to give, right? That's practice squad and everybody. We have played 85 players off of that 90-man roster.
Wow.
You don't want to see that.
No.
40 inning players, you don't even want to see touch the field. And they had to touch the field and play mate. This is just the season we had, man. It's a combination of injuries, and it's a combination of some other things. We got to fix some things this year. And we have the money. I believe we have the pieces as far as the front office is concerned, because I'm not giving up on our front office. I don't know about Dan Quinn yet. I'm not giving up on him yet, but I'm looking at him side-eyed more than I am Adam Peters. But it's a big year for everybody. We got to see and I don't want to hear that there's nobody in free agency. You got to make something fucking happen. And I'm not talking about trading away all of our draft capital either. No, but we cannot produce the same product that we did last year, this upcoming year. Cannot happen.
Oh, he's gone. Quinn is going mid-season.
Yeah, agreed.
And that's going to suck because you still got your quarterback on a rookie deal.
Yep.
Each year that goes past is like, and every team is not going to spend like that and go crazy and, load up on this and load up on that and backload this and backload that. Everybody's going to do things different. So, we'll see. I think next year is a more accurate year because of the injuries.
Yeah.
If you would have been healthy, Jaden, we would have been dog walking through the fucking mud this year.
Yeah.
But so we'll give him mulligan and see what happens, next year, man, for sure.
I think if him and Terry are healthy, we're sitting at 9-7 right now with a chance to still get in the playoffs. Because you look at that Dallas game yesterday was a winnable game if we have actually some pieces in play. I look at that Atlanta game. I look at that Miami game. I look at that Denver game. That's 4 games right there. That's 8 wins right there. I'm not going to say any other games because some of them games are a little lopsided, but I'm looking at 4 games that we should have won with backups in. And if we simply have Jaden and Terry, the game may look different, right? We need more. But we'll see. I don't think we were going 12-5 if we were completely healthy because every year is different. And I don't think we had a 12-5 team this year. But 10-7, 9-8, Yeah, I think we could have got there. We'll never know.
Yeah, one of them years, man.
Yeah.
It's just, what can you do about it? Yeah, how many QBs winning actually on the rookie deal?
Patrick Mahomes.
I know, right? Right. Louisville lost y'all the game yesterday. Is that true? How? Oh yeah, with the penalty, right?
It was a stupid penalty. And
what do you do?
Okay, so we got all right. It was a weird play because all right, so Dak, we getting pressure on Dak. It's damn near in like their own end zone. It's like probably like the 12, 11, 15-yard line or something. He's retreating back and he slips and he falls and it counted as a sack.
Oh, that one. Yeah,
I seen that. Slams the ball, but Louisville doesn't realize it and it's just over aggressive and hits him and they call a flag on it.
Yeah.
So it's like I understand it, but it's like it's just one of those tough plays, man. Louisville's having a tough year too. He's having a tough year. I don't think that lost us the game because then we get the ball back and we have a chance to tie that game. And Josh Johnson never looks at Terry and he's wide open. He never looks his way. He's wide open. So
that's why he's third string quarterback.
Exactly.
And yeah, Louisville, I think that play was dumb. He's way too. He's a dirty player. I don't care what nobody say, in my opinion. And I don't have a problem with that as long as it's clean and in the progress of the play. But he's one of them like, Richard Incognito motherfuckers.
I don't think he's dirty.
He's trying to put you the fuck out.
I think he's over aggressive. So I don't even want to say over aggressive. I think he's recklessly aggressive sometimes.
Yeah.
Like you just like because when I hear a dirty player, I think that all right, Louisville's walking out here with the intent of hurting somebody, which I don't think. I don't think so. I've listened to that man speak. I know a little bit about that man. I don't know him personally to know anything, but he don't give me that Levante perfect.
That's what he said.
Knock your head off type shit. But he does play a little recklessly aggressive sometimes. Then look, the motherfucker said perfect 2.0. Yeah. He is not perfect 2.0.
He's definitely perfect. It's perfect.
Not perfect. You don't have teams trying to go out there and knock him out because he's out here hurting your players. He is not perfect, but he does play a little reckless.
What's the dude's name in El Shair? He's another dirty motherfucker.
Who's he for Houston?
Yeah,
that motherfucker, man.
I actually know it's his uncle or his grandfather.
Damn, how you know that?
Yeah, he wearing his jersey and shit.
You know he from out here?
I don't know if he is, but it's his grandpa, whoever his uncle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I gotta ask him what his relationship is. I think it might be his nephew. Yeah.
So Al Shair is a Jersey kid, or you don't know that?
I don't know if he's a Jersey kid, but his guy name is Ray Ellis.
Okay.
He's like a politician, black dude, old. You might even know him if you see him. He's
yeah.
Yeah, that's his nephew, older. He's like Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah, he's wearing his jersey. He was telling me about him. So yeah. Nah, man. Yeah, he said he plays on the edge. Why they got him on the edge so much this year?
We got nobody else.
Damn.
And he's out of position, and it shows. He's a blitzing linebacker, aggressive linebacker. He has his niche, right? He don't really cover well. His tackling has pissed me off this year. But if you could get him blitzing, if you can get him downhill, he's a great player. I mean, it got him all pro nod last year playing down here. This year, he's playing on the edge because we have nobody at edge. He's out of position. I think Quinn was kind of using him as like that Micah Parsons piece, but he's not fucking Micah, clearly, right? And he's out of position, and it showed. Another thing that is frustrating the shit out of me, we got a young kid in Jordan McGee, 58. He's fast. He's flashy. Give him some run. But then it's like, okay, you got Bobby Wagner who's about to hit 2,000 tackles. You see why they're doing what they're doing. But we can't have this shit next year, though. We can't just be loyal and catering to these old-ass vets because they're hitting milestones and shit. That's not in the business we're in. You got a fan base that is rabid for a championship. You've seen what we did last year, coming back in drones, ready to support this team. Ain't nobody trying to hear no Ron Rivera shit or you trying to give players extra burn because they're in their 20th season and they can hit a milestone. Fuck all that. We're trying to win chips. So Dan Quinn has to change up his mantra and his mindset next year. We got to get rid of some of these old players. As much as I love Bobby Wagner, if he wants to come on as a coach, bring him on as a coach. But he can't be our linebacker next year. When you see what Jordan McGee can do, kid got to be on the field more, man. We need more speed. We need more youth on the field, man, and we'll see what happens, bro.
Any nigga over 33, I'm getting rid of him from y'all.
You said what?
Any nigga over 30, except for like Terry, nigga, he's gone. Bobby, right. Zach, fucking Von Miller. Bye. It's time to get new guys. Even if these new guys suck, I'm gonna have younger guys in because I'm feeling like they're gonna be able to work better in the scheme eventually. And if not, you just move on.
Right. Hey, yo, do me a favor real quick, bro. Can you throw our names in the chat? I think somebody was asking for that.
Oh shit. Oh, it's not up there?
No.
Oh shit.
It's usually up there. I don't know why it's not up there.
Yeah, I don't know what's up there now.
That's weird. Or whatever.
Yeah, I'm about to fix that. Yeah, somebody.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Damn. Let's see if I could do that. Yeah, it's usually up there. That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if I take the banner. It still should be up there with the banners.
Yeah, damn sure it should.
I'll have to check on it.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, but yeah, man, that's you know, I think who is any Saturday games this week? I think so. Again,
let me check. Let me check the slate. Hold on. NFL
delay, but
today. Nah, this week. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Ooh. I mean, damn, it would mean something. The names are great. It looks like we got the Texans Chargers tomorrow at 4:30, and then the Ravens Packers at 8. So those are two good, those are two entertaining games. And on Sunday, man, I got my tail tucked between my legs, and I'm looking at the Tankathon Bowl. I'm looking at the Jets. Hopefully, they beat the Patriots. Browns. I'm looking at niggas that could give us better draft position. That's where I'm at with this shit. It makes me want to throw up, but I'm in my Tankathon mode right now. Which is pitiful. Yeah. That's where I'm at.
Function put. I got a question for y'all. Is there any circumstance that will make you become a fan of another team? Shit, I'll say this. Shit, if I ever got drafted, nigga, or became a coach or something, another team, or my son or somebody or a family member goes to another team, then that's the only thing. I'm still gonna be an Eagle fan. But like, shit. Let's say if they bought me, I was younger and they brought me on. I'm on the Texans, nigga. I'm a Texans fan now.
Yeah.
But other than that, nah, I'm riding. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I feel the same way. Now I know my cousin's sitting back laughing in his mind right now because when we were kids, But see, let me put some context.
Be an Eagles fan, man.
Let me put some context to that real quick because I know you hear that is crazy.
You wish you would have stayed.
Nah, hell no. And I don't. And that's the thing. And this is how you know I was never really an Eagles fan, right? I love the Eagles players. I love Cunningham. I would never say I don't love Randall Cunningham. I would never say I didn't love Jerome Brown. I would never say I didn't even like Seth Joyner's old bitch ass now. I like these players growing up. But when Donovan McNabb got drafted in like 98, 99, I was not an Eagles fan. I was not. Wasn't an Eagles fan. I hated Donovan McNabb. And then after that, the years that y'all went on them NFC championship runs, I never voted for the Eagles. I was 12 or 13 at that time. I picked the Commanders. I picked the Redskins at the time because we obviously, our family dynamic, it was either Eagles or Redskins, right?
Right.
If I was really a fair-weathered fan and didn't like the Eagles and didn't all that matter, if I would have jumped back during those championship years, then you could say, all right, yeah, this nigga's a fair-weather fan. He just going for what's hot. I went to the sorriest goddamn organization in the NFL for the next 30 goddamn years.
They had rings though. Remember at the Pond, they usually had no rings though. Remember that?
I couldn't claim none of them shits.
I'm talking about Washington though. They had rings.
Right, but I couldn't sit back and go, oh, we got ring. Like I couldn't say that.
Right.
I wasn't looking forward to that. You know what I'm saying? Like we had a historic organization. We had a proud organization. But the reason why I chose Washington at that age is because we had family that was Washington. I didn't jump to Dallas. I didn't jump to Green Bay or anybody wild like that. I went with the team that we rocked with. So as a kid, yeah, I guess you could say I jumped ship when I was like 11. But nah, man, nothing could keep me out of this corny ass this organization, man. I rock with them.
I'm saying you would have had shit. How many Super Bowl appearances? 3?
I don't care. I don't want none of them.
3 Super Bowl appearances, 2 parades.
Nope. Y'all kiss my ass.
Washington, man. Might have ever.
Fuck the Eagles. I don't want to make anybody upset. It's Commanders all day over here, man. I bleed red all day.
My man, but I knew it the whole time.
Nah.
The dude sound like an Eagles fan.
Nah, you know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to be respectful on here because I like y'all. I rock with y'all as far as this fan base is concerned on here. I don't like y'all motherfuckers on Twitter and things like that. And we trying to give non-biased real information. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always gonna just be non-biased how I feel about things. I want to beat y'all every week. I want to sweep y'all. I do not want to see y'all win the Super Bowl. Do not think I'll be sitting here like, oh, I'm sorry y'all lost. And no, I don't give a fuck. I don't.
Right.
I don't.
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I was like most people in this area, like outside the Philadelphia area, they're gonna know. I'm not gonna say some are, I think, undercover Eagles fans, but some aren't. They don't like the Eagles or whatever the case, but they knowledgeable, especially the NFC East. I think a lot of the fans, we're knowledgeable about the other teams and the division and all of that. You know what I mean? So
you keep trying to question my love, man. Nah, man. But now it's all love, man. I love the people that come in here. I know it's a lot of predominantly Eagles fans in here and some Commanders fans as well. But man, I just like rocking with real people at the end of the day. we real people at the end of the day. And we could talk ball and have we don't have to agree on what teams we like and shit like that, but we still men, still adults, and we always keep it real. You know what I mean?
You know the crazy part about this, we want this shit so bad for bragging rights.
That's it.
Like we want to be able to talk our shit and wear our hats, and players is in for a different, totally different. But us is like, damn, we feel so bad because we want to talk shit.
That's why I wanted to win yesterday. As much as like, all right, it might have fucked up our draft position. It gave us 5 wins. So what? But I could talk some shit to Dallas yesterday. Y'all, Dak Prescott will always remember you lost to a 3rd-string quarterback.
Right.
I say it. We lost. So, but that's it. We just want to brag.
Yeah. But definitely, man. Definitely, y'all. We got 45 minutes. We appreciate y'all. We'll be back, maybe Monday. Some more, content for you guys to talk about some more. Hopefully it'll be the Eagles win. Then we got the Commanders that to close out the season. Who knows how that's going to be? Y'all might be playing Tanner McKee next week. Who knows? But what's this last chat, bro? The Eagles completely ruined my group chat with the homies. Eagles winning has turned the NFL upside down. Wow. I wonder why that is.
Because y'all are crazy as hell. And when y'all win, y'all loud and you drive people crazy. But I mean, I don't know how old my guy is. There was some years where it was bad. It was some real bad downtrodden years that these young kids don't know nothing about.
Nothing about
at all. So they spoiled. And that's why I was asking you, because I know you've been a fan since birth, right? How would you feel if you went out the first round, knowing y'all just won a chip last year? Because you're not one of these 11, 12-year-old kids that expect this shit. You understand what it took. You remember watching games with grandma and grandpa, and it was blackouts and shit. You remember all that. So,
yeah, you never know. Like I said, I know how hard it is to win it again. The Chiefs made it look easy. Everybody don't do that.
Right.
Are we a great team? Can we beat these teams? Yes, but that doesn't mean that day.
Right.
When we have to do it, that Jalen won't fumble. We won't throw an interception. Somebody won't get beat for a pass, or Saquon won't fumble. The offensive line won't block that day. You never know. The last year was storybook the way shit happened. But it was times I'm sitting there nervous, like against the Rams. I'm like, damn, they're gonna win this shit.
Yeah.
At the end. The Packers. That's probably really the only time I thought, like, honestly. Because the other games was kind of like we had control of them.
Yeah.
For the most part. But it was a process of getting there, of sitting down, going through the process, nail biting games, watching them, hoping that they win, and the Super Bowl and the NFC Championship game, which again was great to me. That's probably one of the greatest days of my fucking life. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, man. You want it because of
Commanders.
Why though? Because of bragging rights.
Because of bragging rights. Because the way the Commanders talk all week, and they should have. You should have thought you was gonna win. Why not? It was a possibility. I probably could have won the game, especially I just beat us the last game we played.
Listen, when I found out we were going to the NFC Championship, and then I found out y'all were going, I wrote a blunt, and I went on Canva and I put Eagles pack on there, and I put the NFC Championship, and I had it ready. And if we would have won, I'd have got on live and smoked that whole goddamn pack. Like it was the amount of shit I was ready to talk is insane. I'd have been insufferable. So don't it's for bragging rights. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why when we lose, I take it on the chin. It sucks. It hurts. The first 20 minutes, I don't want to talk to nobody. But I know what I would have done if we would have won. And I'm an adult. So I'm like, all right, I take that shit on the chin, man.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know. I didn't really brag like that, but it felt good. But it was like, nah, we got to win the Super Bowl now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for y'all, it's different because it's been 30-something years. So, of course, you're going to celebrate.
Like I'd have celebrated like it was no tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because like I said, we talked about the significance of that game, bro. If y'all would have won that game.
Yeah.
That would have been historically, like, horrible for the Eagles. Like, we may have never recovered from that shit.
That's why I'm mad. That's why I'm not mad at that 55-23, because y'all knew that. Like, that I knew that. I'm mad at it. Don't get it wrong. But y'all still talking about this is why you had to win that game. That's why you had to win that game.
Had to win it. And now it's history. We can go back in 10 years now, watch the tapes of, what happened and all that. So definitely, man.
Yeah, man.
For sure. Great show, man. We'll definitely rock with you guys later. I want to take a quick break. I got another topic on the other joint. Like, give me a good 10-minute break.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. We'll highlight y'all. Hit the thumbs up on the video. Share the video. Love y'all, man. Let's get it.
Love. Yes, sir. Peace. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, y'all.
Yeah.